Pranakorn Si Ayutthaya or Ayutthaya Province was the capital of Thailand for 417 years. Ayutthaya was ruled by 33 kings. Ayutthaya was founded in 1350 by King Ramathibodi I or King Uthong. From historical traces, which are over 600 years old, it is clear that Ayutthaya was a prosperous and wealthy city. Ayutthaya has its beauty in terms of architecture, art, tradition, culture with the most unique style in the world. Since Ayutthaya is surrounded by many rivers, the city therefore looks like the sacred forms of clockwise Conch Island. The life of Ayutthaya people depends on rivers. Thai tradition and culture have merged with life along the rivers for more than 6 centuries. Ayutthaya also has sheltered many historical sites and graceful ruins all around the city. Therefore, Ayutthaya was granted the World Heritage status in 1991 by the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, or as we all know as UNESCO. "24 Hours in Ayutthaya." Ayutthaya was an ancient capital of Thailand for over 100 years. We both came here to visit the historical sites and see the way of local people's life. Ayutthaya has its own way of transportation. Local tuk-tuks, which are painted with many bright colors, are mainly used here. As we pass into the city, we can see first JD, Wat Sam Ploom, that stand in the middle of the road. This is the first historical encounter for any visitor, and absolutely many legends lay behind this JD. Wat Yai Chai Mongkon former name was Wat Pa Kaew. Wat Yai Chai Mongkon was established for the use of monks returning from Sri Lanka after training and ordination. Unlike other types of monks, these monks were mainly engaged in meditation. Wat Yai Chai Mongkon was built in the early of Ayutthaya Kingdom and had been renovated continually. The very large bell-shaped JD was built during King Naresuan reign to commemorate a victory he had over the Burmese in the elephant battle in the same year. This JD that frames the skyline today is decorated by many Buddha images. It is no doubt that visitors will be amazed by the skill of Ayutthaya craftsmanship, of which has survived for more than 400 years. Wat Pananchern predates the founding of Ayutthaya. The temple is Buddhist but also has a lot of Chinese influence. หลวงพ่อโต or Pat Puttatai Ratana Nayok, a massive golden Buddha image, seems to peer down at the people as they enter, is enshrined here. The Buddha image is also known as Sampao Gong, which is another common name called by Thai of Chinese origins. Saan จ้าแม่สร้อยดอกหมาก was built at the same time as หลวงพ่อโต. According to Ayutthaya Chronicles, its creation follows a sad tale. It was built on the cremation site of the bride-to-be of King Sai Namphung. The Chinese bride, Princess Soi Dok Mak, committed suicide over an alleged indifference of the king's reception towards her. Wat Suwannararam contains many beautiful and remarkable mural paintings. The story behind this painting is about the biography of King Naresuan the Great, who saved the kingdom from the enemies. The paintings were painted by Phaya Nussan Chittakorn, who was a major painter during the time of King Rama VI of Ratanakosin Kingdom. Before we enter into Ayutthaya Historical Park, we had a chance to taste one of the most delicious Thai menu, Pad Thai, a Thai-style stir-fried noodle dish, which is widely well-known among Thais and foreigners. Also, Thai salad is another popular dish which will give you a culinary delight. The fresh, natural, and herbal ingredients are mixed with sour and spicy Thai dressings. They are truly healthy and tasty. Numerous magnificent ruins of the old capital and also a large number of ancient art objects were brought to be conserved at Chao Sam Phaya National Museum. Especially significant Buddha images from several temples have been brought here, including a huge bronze Buddha head Uthong style from Wat Thammikarat. The earliest Buddha image made of white stone in the attitude of preaching in Thawaravadi style is one of the 4 oldest Buddha images in Thailand. Many royal articles used by Thai kings found from the crypt of the main Prang at Wat Ratchaburana are also being displayed here. The museum was named Chao Sam Phaya National Museum to commemorate Chao Sam Phaya, who built Wat Ratchaburana. Chan Kasem National Museum is located in the Chan Kasem Palace. The palace is generally known by Wang Na or Front Palace. As it was located to the east of the Grand Palace, it was built by the order of King Naresuan the Great when he was appointed to be the heir apparent. The Chaturamukh Pavilion exhibits a collection of items, the everyday life of King Ramathibodi I. The building shows a throne hall and the living quarters of the king, with all the used utensils during his visit. Ancient weapons which were used in the wartime are being displayed here and inside the building of the deputy government. The planetarium was built by French people during the reign of King Narai the Great, the 27th king of Ayutthaya Kingdom. It was the same era as the reign of Louis XIV of France. We are so astonished and amazed that Ayutthaya had been the capital of Thailand for over 417 years. It made us curious to find out who is the man behind this success. When we arrive at Ayutthaya Historical Park, we can see King Uthong statue, or King Ramathibodi I, who established this kingdom. His statue stands out in the middle of the park amidst all Thai people. For Thai people, elephants are well respected and regarded as national animals, because in the old days, elephants were serving as vehicle for Thai kings and many Thai great warriors who sacrificed their life to save the countries. Therefore, elephants are treated as if they were as equal to human beings. So if you have a chance to come here, we invite you to visit all these adorable elephants. If you would like to see an ancient traditional house, Kum Kun Pan is a place to visit. It's the original Thai-style house from Central region. It is called Kum Kun Pan because Kun Pan was once imprisoned and chained here. According to Thai folklore, Kun Pan was a great magic user in Kung Si Ayutthaya period. This house is still in perfect condition. When we walked into the house, we felt like the magic had memorized us and brought us back to the old days. Wat Param, or the Temple of Rama, was built in the reign of King Ramathibodi. The monastery was constructed as the crematorium for the first king of Ayutthaya, King Ramathibodi I. The remains of a former king in Prang or Jedi is the most magnificent sight that attracted tourists from all over the world. Wat Prasi Sanpet was the royal palace for the kings. Then it was changed to serve as temple inside of the new palace. Unlike other temples, no monks were allowed to reside here. Wat Prasi Sanpet was used as a place to hold many royal ceremonies and rituals. When Ayutthaya was conquered in 1767, the invaders burned down the whole monastery. What remains today is just the ruins of the prosperity and the beauty of Ayutthaya in the past. The Grand National Buddha image is respected by Ayutthaya people, and it is enshrined in the Vihan Pranakorn Si Ayutthaya. The tourists always come to worship for a better life here. Wat Ratchaburana was a royal temple in the Ayutthaya period. The elegant pagoda inside Wat Ratchaburana was built during the reign of Chao Sampraya, the seventh king of Pranakorn Si Ayutthaya kingdom. The pagoda was built as a dedication to his father. Ancient utensils of the king, which were made of gold, have been brought to conserve here. All of these objects were found in Wat Ratchaburana. Was the important temple in Pranakorn Si Ayutthaya, which enshrined the relics of the Lord Buddha. The Buddhist Supreme Patriarch stayed in this temple. We can see the grand and beautiful buildings. The head of Buddha image in the Bodhi tree is a miracle things of Ayutthaya. Wat Thamikarat is the ancient temple of Ayutthaya. The must-see of this temple is the old Jedi, which has a thorn point at the top. The Jedi itself is surrounded by many sculptures of lions. This temple was used to house a huge bronze head of Buddha image that we can see in Chao Sampraya National Museum. After the collapse of the Ayutthaya kingdom, the city itself was destroyed by the enemy. But Wat Na Pameru Rashikaram was the only temple in Ayutthaya which is left untouched by the Burmese. So you still can see the complete and untouchable beauty of the first period of Ayutthaya's architecture. Many tourists come to visit the Golden Buddha image, which is said to be the most beautiful crowned Buddha image in Thailand. Also, there are Buddha image halls situated beside the main hall, which is built to house the most impressive Buddha image made of green stone in Thawaravadi style, which dates back over 1,000 years ago. Roti Sai Mai or cotton candies is a cotton candy wrapped in plain rice crepe. It is one of Ayutthaya's most popular desserts sold by Muslim vendors. Because of its popularity, tourists often stop by to taste it and take a few bags home. This is the wisdom of Thai people in the past. They use a natural bailan, cut them into a long thin sheet, and dry them before weaving them into the shape of carp or tapian. We are really lucky to discover a place where the owner is so kind to teach us how to weave the fish. This ancient technique, which has been passing around from generations to generation, is a unique style of Ayutthaya. People decorate their house with this beautiful mobile and hang it over the baby cradle. There is a phrase that says, behind every successful man is a woman. This sacred place is a memorial to Somdet Phra Si Ayutthaya, the queen of King Somdet Phra Maha Chakapat, the 15th king of Ayutthaya kingdom. Somdet Phra Si Ayutthaya was a Thai heroine in the Ayutthaya period. She disguised herself as a man and accompanied her husband in the battle against Prajao Pre. She saw her husband's elephant collapse in front of the enemies, so she then decided to intervene in the battle and try to save her husband's life. But instead, she was killed by the sick of Prajao Pre on her elephant's back. Thai people in the past had such a strong belief when it comes to religions. People used to make the most important offerings as they could to monastery. Ayutthaya was no exception. King Uthong founded Ayutthaya, and during his period, he offered his palace, Patamnak Vienglek, to Buddhist monastery and called it Wat Puthai Sawan. He then moved his royal palace and built it inside the island city. Wat Puthai Sawan has such a long history back to the old days when it was just the establishment of Ayutthaya. Also, the temple was famous for its sword fighting and training during the reign of King Naresuan the Great, who had regained the kingdom back from Burmese. According to the Buddhist belief, Thai people, especially those who were born on Tuesday, should worship the Buddha image in declining posture, or Pha Phutta Sayat at Wat Lokaya Sutharam. The temple was built during the Middle Age of Ayutthaya period. This Buddha image is a huge and exquisite sleeping Buddha. People usually offer the Buddha image the yellow robe, which used among monks. We both are really excited to see this for the first time. Elephants have long been born to the way of life of Thai people. For Thai people in the past, elephants were comparable to real friends who helped protecting the country during the periods of wars. Even at present, we can see the profound relationship between humans and elephants in Ayutthaya. We were so excited to see such huge creatures like elephant enjoying in taking a bath in a water like this. King Naresuan is the warrior king who has been greatly respected by Thai people. His Majesty had devoted all his life long to rehabilitate the country from being a colony of enemies and eventually accomplished. In the past, this place was used as a battlefield that King Naresuan bravely performed generalship to drive out enemies until they were rooted back to their country. Thus, this monument of His Majesty has been surrounded by the vital signs which had been greatly meaningful for the warfare of His Majesty. During the sunset, the attractiveness of Ayutthaya amid the water stream makes us feel greatly comfortable. We experienced the attractive atmosphere of Ayutthaya by having a dinner cruise along Chapaya River and Pasak River. It was such a rare experience to be found anywhere else. At the dawn of a new day, we had a chance to go to the waterfront pavilion of Wat Rashanuwat, located on Loi Island, opposite the Hua community. The place was a place that Luang Pu Thuat used to stay during the Buddhist land for 3 months. Luang Pu Thuat is a senior monk who was well respected by both Thai people and foreigners during the reign of King Ekatotslot, the 19th king of Ayutthaya kingdom. In the morning time, we took the opportunities to make merit and give food offerings to Buddhist monks, asking for alms by boat at the waterfront pavilion of the temple. about Naka is that any person who wants to be ordained as a monk will have to be ordained first as Naka, and then they will be allowed to become a monk completely afterwards. For Thai, being ordained as a monk or Naka is deemed as a gratitude towards the parents. It is believed that being ordained as a monk is the greatest merit which can be made for those who are intimates to the monks. We were lucky to be here and to see the Thai dance in the parade, which proceeded around the temple before the monk would enter into the main hall to finish the ceremony later on. The way of Ayutthaya life along the rivers is simple and humble. We can only experience it here at the floating market. It has been here since the old days. This explains why Ayutthaya is called the Venice of the East. Wat Mahayong was built before the establishment of Ayutthaya. According to the history, the Prince Sampaya was the person who restored this temple. The identity of this temple is Changlom Pagoda, which is an outstanding architecture feature and is similar to temple in Sukhothai area. The pagoda is in the bell shape and located on the south base. The pagoda is surrounded by the statue of elephants, making them outstanding and exquisite. It is well matched with the prosperity of Ayutthaya in the central territory. In Ayutthaya, apart from Thai traditional style houses, there are also ancient European style houses to visit. The Portuguese village was the community where Portuguese settled down. The Portuguese is recognized as the first European people who ever came to trade in Ayutthaya in the early period. These ancient remains are deemed as the first Christian churches in Thailand. Ayutthaya was once a prosperous capital city, which a number of foreigners came for trading and evangelism. The Church of St. Joseph is deemed as the second Christian church in Thailand, and it's the only one that has been existing since Ayutthaya was the capital and is still fully exquisite up until now. This church has been built by a group of missionaries from Paris during the reign of King Louis XIV and King Narai of Ayutthaya. It is said that the Church of St. Joseph is a symbol of Christianity, which had been at most flourished in Thailand at that time. The architecture style of the stupa is imitated from Khmer style. It is perfectly combined with Ayutthaya style pagoda, which makes it outstanding and different from other temples in Ayutthaya. The attractiveness of Wat Chai Wattanaram enchanted both Thai and foreigners. Every single photo taken is so beautiful that it's like a drawing picture transformed by a magic of the angel. We had a chance to see a pagoda built in the early period of Ayutthaya when it was the capital city at this Wat Sam Vihan. The name Sam Vihan originates from the history that in the past there were three halls, namely sitting hall, standing hall, and sleeping hall. However, in the present there are only sitting hall and sleeping hall left. The greatness of the sleeping Buddha or Praputasayat looks magnificent and not comparable to any sleeping Buddha image in Thailand. Moreover, this sleeping Buddha image is 600 years old. Nakhon Luang Castle is situated outside of Ayutthaya Island. We both are so surprised by the effort of Ayutthaya people in the past. During the reign of King Pranakorn in 1631, His Majesty ordered technicians to imitate the design of the stone palace in Cambodia and built in order to glorify for the event that Cambodia was defeated in war and returned back to be a Thai colony again. This palace was majorly restored during the reign of King Chulalongkorn Rama V of Ratanakosin period. Aranyik knife is one of the prides of Thai people from Ayutthaya. It possesses uniqueness for its shape and method of striking, which is different from other countries. The appearances of knife are in various styles based on its usage. At the very corner, we found a sword which used to be a personal weapon of an ancient army leader, with elaborate and magnificent patterns. Ayutthaya is surrounded by many waterways and various canals. So the way of life of Ayutthaya people from the ancient time have profound relationship with watercourses. The Thai Ship Museum is a place that has gathered and collected various kinds of ship models, which were built in exactly the same way as the real ship in all details, ranging from vessels to small boats or traditional bark, which are nowadays hard to find. These represent the culture of life around the water of Thai people, which has been like this since ancient